I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't
God.
that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up from home. Whoa!
This is definitely my favorite Thanksgiving memory. Playing on Thanksgiving, getting a win here, so I'm gonna remember this one.
You're looking for a turkey leg. We don't have one. We're going to make a donation in your behalf, but go be with your guys and celebrate. Happy Thanksgiving, Jordan.
Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate it. See ya.
Yes.
Yes,
What have you prepared for us?
I got some good things, because I don't like last year. They didn't get my nephew Love a turkey leg, so he's going to get 2. God is good.
Jordan, how motivated were you for this turkey leg?
Oh, we were very motivated. Not getting one last year. We needed a turkey leg this year.
All right.
Leave it to Leroy Butler to somehow be like, nope, bring it in. Need the turkey leg over here, please.
Man, that was a great redemption. Needing the turkey leg.
Luckily, they were in a position to get both. As in, like, they could have not been in a position to get a turkey leg the next year.
Well, and that game in 2024 was at home.
Right.
That helped.
Valid. What is up, Wisconsin? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Inside Wisconsin Sports on your radio. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht.
Hi.
Live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We are also live on YouTube and Twitter this morning. Make sure to join us there. I'm sporting the second week of deer camp and all the. You got the hat. I got the camo orange Inside Wisconsin logoed hat. You see that? What a beaut she is. You don't like it, do you?
Well, you're putting a shadow over.
I'm just trying to make sure you can hear. Does that help?
There it is. Now, yeah, there you
Nailed
go.
it.
There you go.
Nailed it. I'm honestly just
if you're
wearing
watching, you're like, see how beautiful that looks?
No, I'm just trying to, the light. It's light. Lots of light in here. Dark outside. Holy, pause.
Yeah.
Can I put the brakes on the show already?
I mean, we're barely off the runway.
Holy snow, Batman.
Yeah?
There are portions of the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios that are completely buried in snow right now. Duluth, Superior, 7:10 the game. Y'all okay up there?
Check
Josh,
in.
Like 18 inches of snow potentially between when it started and when it ends. That's crazy. I know Wausau's supposed to get snow. 93.9 the game up there. I'm heading to Deer Camp, which is way up in the Florence Forest County area. We're supposed to get potentially a foot of snow. Something like 5 inches-ish here in Green Bay. Nobody.
Lucky. Yeah.
Do we call Luke Sampe and be like, dude, where you, what, how do you, 2 to 14.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what happens, especially for like the first one of the year. It's like it could be a little or a lot.
What are you supposed to get there?
No clue.
None.
There was a little bit of a flurry driving in this morning, but nothing sticking. Nothing sticking to the ground.
Just wet here so far. This is the most Wisconsin thing ever. Hey, good morning. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's talk about the weather.
Yeah. Welcome to Inside Wisconsin Sports. Time for your weather.
That first big snowfall, second week of deer. I mean, listen, there's going to be a very successful deer hunting season this second weekend. If there's snow across much of the state, it makes it so much easier to see deer, to track deer, to see prints. You know nothing what I'm talking about. Why don't we talk to Packers? That way I can have a co-host.
There we
let's
go.
do that.
Woo!
All right, tomorrow, 12 Central. You heard it there in the open. A whole bunch of turkey leg conversation from the last few years. So, Josh, remind us, this all started 2 years ago when there was no turkey leg to be found.
Yeah, so this was in Detroit. Same setup as what the Packers are going to have this time around again against the Lions. In that game, the Lions were 8-2, and the Packers were 4-6. And the Lions were heavy favorites, and the Packers punched them right in the mouth. It was like 20-6 at the end of the first quarter, and the Packers ended up winning the game 29-22. Jordan Love, MVP of the game. On Thanksgiving, they're supposed to get a turkey leg. And Greg Olsen, when they were showing it off in the booth, I think it was in like the fourth quarter, he just took a bite out of the turkey leg that was supposed to just kind of be like an after the game. they're gonna bring this on the field. And so Greg Olsen takes a bite out of Jordan Love's turkey leg, and it causes this whole commotion because, as you heard there in the open, Aaron Andrews says, "So sorry, Jordan, we don't have a turkey leg for you." Now you go forward to 2024. That year, it's in Miami. It's in Green Bay against Miami. Packers go off. They beat the Dolphins, and Leroy Butler is there, and he's actually helping put the feast together. And Jordan gets his turkey leg.
Why couldn't they just give him the turkey leg that Greg Olsen took a bite out of? Is it that big of a deal?
My guess is that like after he took a bite out of it, he threw it out. He threw it in the garbage or something.
Oh, geez.
Like I think it was a huge miscommunication of what that was and what they were supposed to do with it in the booth. My big thing was, how do you not have a backup turkey leg? What about if you're bringing it out and it falls on the ground or something else? Like if that's your whole thing is you're trying to get the MVP of the game to be able to eat a turkey leg, you want to have that moment, that media, that content, you got to have backup turkey legs. Come on.
Yeah. Even if it falls on the ground or somebody takes a bite, just roll with it, man.
Yeah, do something.
A very large debate will be happening in this show today about turkey or no for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, turkey or no.
Turkey or no. We'll get to it. That's the mind dump coming up at 7 a.m. Plus, I need to know, what are the 5 things you have to have on your plate on Thanksgiving? Must-haves. Like, it's not Thanksgiving dinner without these 5 things on your plate. By the way, shout out, honorable mention to the kids' table.
Oh,
remember that?
I was at the kids' table for a long time.
Me too.
When did you graduate to the adult table?
Oh, that's a great question. High school, I want to say. High school?
I want to say I was college.
Ooh, jeez.
I know. I feel like I spent through high school, I was at the kids table.
That's a lot of kids' table time.
I know.
Did you have a lot of cousins that were a lot younger than you? Did they need you over there?
No, it was just the main table. The adult table was full for a long time. And then it was eventually, and that was kind of the thing, right? Then when you graduate, it's kind of a sad reason why you got to graduate to the table because you lost some loved ones.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah. This time of year, especially, it's hard on a lot of people.
True.
The kids' table had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us at it, but now we all have kids, so it's just a whole different thing.
Yeah.
There's a kids' table, and then there's like a grandkids' table, and there's all sorts of different ages. It's something.
And there's usually at least one parent, depending on the age of the kids, one parent has to go to the kids' table, keep things in line, make sure people are eating food.
414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text line. All right, so kickoff tomorrow, noon, Packers, Lions, Ford Field, Fox, of course. We'll see if they come through with the turkey leg. Hopefully they're talking to the Packers after the game tomorrow.
Preach.
And having the turkey leg conversation. A lot of turkey leg.
Right out the gate. I'm just going to say it right now. Not thinking about it. We'll get in. We'll analyze throughout the show. How are you feeling about this game against the Lions tomorrow?
I'm not there yet. I'm not sure. Give me until we got some time. We got some time.
Okay, you're still a question mark.
Oh, yeah. If you're not a question mark, you're nuts.
Oh.
If you have no reason to be a question mark for tomorrow's game, what am I missing?
No, I know how I feel. I'm nervous.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm always nervous. That has nothing to do with the Packers.
Oh, okay.
I'm just nervous.
Okay, that's it. All right.
What's the question? Yeah, I'm nervous. I don't like that Jordan Love's handing off with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that they weren't on the same page about that. We have some audio for that to play you in a little bit here with I Have Questions. I just don't. It's not that I'm not confident. I'm just not overly confident. Do I think the Packers can win this game? Absolutely. Do I think the Packers can lose this game? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't have anywhere in between that's going to make me feel any different between now and when the game starts. If Josh Jacobs is coming back, does that make us feel better? Not necessarily. We have a bit of a history of pushing guys onto the field or allowing guys to push themselves onto the field that aren't healthy, aren't ready. It's kind of what it feels like Giannis might be doing with the Bucks right now.
Yeah, great transition. That was crazy news that came out on social media yesterday as the Bucks Twitter account put out the injury report. Few people on the will not play against Miami in the Cup game tonight. But one person on the questionable side of things, Giannis. I saw our boy Ty Windish from the Eurostep podcast retweeted it and said, Giannis may be the only person in the NBA that likes the NBA Cup too much.
More than the NBA itself.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just a cup. It
Just
doesn't
a
mean
cup.
anything. The rest of the season means a lot more than this cup that we're trying to defend.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I understand they've lost now 4 in a row. If you go back to the Cleveland game when Giannis got injured, but do not rush him back. Do not rush Giannis back.
But he's traveling with the team nonetheless. They head to Miami and New York. There are a couple Bucks that are out. KPJ is out. Prince is out. Giannis, questionable. We shall see. The reason I don't trust this is because he should have taken himself out, or somebody should have taken him out prior to all of this becoming a thing anyway.
Yeah.
And then you look at the Packers and go, oh, McManus wasn't ready. Jordan Love's playing with a separated shoulder or sprained AC joint. I don't even know what an AC joint is, but apparently it's difficult to move if it hurts.
Yeah. I'm sure if we had an AC joint, we'd be in the emergency room. We'd be dead.
I could very well have a sprained AC joint right now. Don't even know it.
Yeah.
That's how much I'm not
Where
using
is
my
it?
shoulders.
I don't even know. Is it in my
it's
leg?
in this region
Okay.
generally. Not so much here or here, but right here. There's a chance. There's a chance that we see Lucas Van Ness a lot more. There's a chance we see Jaden Reed tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
that'd be good.
There's a chance. I like the way that stacks up for the Packers, but we talked a lot yesterday. If this is a must win, for some reason, probably Carolina and Cleveland's fault. Every game feels like a must win game because we feel like we're teetering on the edge constantly between, that's a good football team. And what the
Right.
kind of football team is this?
Right. All right. Let me ask you this. This is a good. I have questions, but I'm going to ask you now.
Okay.
Last week against the Vikings, I asked, what do you think is more likely, that the Vikings beat the Packers or the Packers beat the Packers? I'll ask the same question this week against a much better team. What do you think is more likely, the Packers beat the Packers or the Lions beat the Packers?
The Packers beat the Packers?
Yeah, meaning like if the Packers lose this game, it's not because the Lions played well. It's because the Packers played poorly. They made mistakes. They did that whole laundry list that Andy Herman put together of missed opportunities.
Yeah. I think the Packers beat the Lions. I don't think the Packers beat the Packers, and I don't think the Lions beat the Packers.
Well,
I'm
saying if one of those two were to happen, if the Packers don't win this game, is it because Gibbs goes off and the Lions just have a fantastic game and you just tip your cap and go, that's a good football team right there? Or is it that the Packers should have won the game, but they do, some of those mistakes? Because you just talked about not knowing which team we're going to see. Oh, it's a pretty good team or not. Which do you think we see against Detroit?
I feel like if we lose this game, it's very much more self-reflective on what we didn't or did do accidentally than it is looking at the Lions going, we just got pounded.
Yeah.
They have the weapons, don't get me wrong, but the weapons that we held in check in week 1 aren't necessarily better, yet I believe our defense is better. I think our defense is in a really good spot right now. Really good spot.
I agree with you. I do think since Campbell took over play calling and essentially really after week 1 for the Lions, they figured something out. They changed things. And I mean, obviously we'll see how the game goes. Hopefully the Packers come out. They do exactly what they did in 2023. No one sees it coming. The Packers just run away with it early. But I won't feel the way that I did against Carolina or in the game against New York or the Browns. If the Lions beat the Packers, the Lions will have played a very good game.
We also get Lucas Van Ness back. He only played 6 snaps last weekend. I did not put that together. I knew that we were getting him back. I did notice that he didn't make much of an impact. Turns out that's why. I did not recognize that he only played 6 snaps. We'll see if he's ready to go tomorrow. Matt LaFleur was optimistic at best. Maybe more of a realisticness to this whole conversation. He's just not quite ready, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I think we need him, though. That, by the way, the fact that we are missing Lucas Van Ness is a great problem to have. That was the one piece of the defense in that game. You might remember he was a part of the first 2 tackles in that game.
Yep.
We're like,
here he goes.
Whoa, who are you?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Did LVN arrive? Yeah.
Well, I think he did, and I think Micah Parsons helped LVN arrive.
He helps
Because-
everyone.
Especially the ends. So, I mean, we talked about this front four that the Packers could have out there at any moment with Micah Parsons, Devontae Wyatt, Lucas Van Ness, and Rashawn Gary. And they start switching and going around each other. Good luck. That's a very, very fast front four. That front four doesn't stop the run very well, but that's a fast front four. So on a 3rd and long, when you know they're going to pass and you bring the linebackers up a little bit, that's a good problem to have. And that's what we saw in week 1 was they opened up Lucas Van Ness. At the end of the game this past Sunday, they were triple teaming Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
I was told there would be no math, but there's not a lot of guys left to go ahead and block everybody else. Do you think Micah Parsons is in a much more comfortable position in our defense where he could wreak even more havoc on the Lions than he was in week 1?
Yeah, I absolutely think so. I think he's more comfortable than he was in the first game of the season with the new team. He absolutely should be. The whole team should be more comfortable with who's doing what, who's lining up where, what's going on with this team, especially, I mean, offensive and defensively. I expect Micah Parsons and the entire line to know their role and be able to get to Goff. My concern, if anything, is more about the running game and stopping the run.
We did it once. Can we do it again?
It's true.
They will make some adjustments. I think they got embarrassed in week 1. I don't think anybody saw that coming. The Packers played really well. And like a mad lion is not a great lion.
I mean, they went out and scored 52 points in week 2.
Yeah.
After that loss, they crushed. Was it the Bears? I don't know.
Play? I don't know. I'm happy about it, though. Sorry we pissed off your lion. So much on today's show. Jacked up to be here and so jacked up for Thanksgiving tomorrow and Black Friday on Friday. Josh will be here on Friday from 9 to noon.
That's right.
I will be in the tree stand.
Don't worry. We'll call you.
Will you? Please do. I will whisper.
Well,
you guys, that was a great game.
Yeah. It's just Rami and I are going to do the show together. Little crossover. And yeah, we'll just leave you a whole segment to whisper your thoughts on the game.
If I'm still in the tree stand at 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, I am not one of these hunters that goes and sits all day. That is not my jam. I definitely have to figure something out for the Packer game because that's noon to 3-ish, and I should be in the tree stand by 1:30. So try to go out there at halftime. I don't know. There's a lot.
So yeah, I don't know. So when do you go out? When do you go, like 3 in the morning?
First thing in the morning. No, not 3 in the morning. I mean, the season up there opens like 6:46 or something like that, 6:30. I don't know. It's in my stuff. You're out there in the morning, and then you sit for a little bit, but sitting all day up there does you no good because they're just not moving. There's not a lot of deer to begin with in the Northwoods these days, and then they don't really move midday. At least that's what I believe. And then you go back out a couple hours before close. So 2-ish, and it closes about 4:30-ish. A lot of ishes in the hunting. A lot of ish this.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Super strategic.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of strategic sitting.
All right. The rest of the show today to make sure that you stick with us the entire time. We do have questions about Giannis. Is he coming too fast in regards to back and traveling with the team and caring too much about the cup? Like, let's just chill, maybe. I'm also understanding more conversation yesterday on Matt LaFleur didn't know Jordan Love was only going to be handing off with one hand. And I have questions about that. That makes me nervous. The most electrifying sound of the day, the morning mind dump, plus Guestapalooza once again. Comedian Pete Lee joins us at 7:25. He is in Milwaukee this weekend at the Milwaukee Improv. When I say Milwaukee, I technically mean Brookfield.
Mm-hmm.
If you live anywhere in the state of Wisconsin and can get to Milwaukee this weekend, I highly recommend it. 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday, 1 show on Sunday. My wife and I will be there for both shows on Saturday.
Make sure you get a seat in front of Trevor so you can see.
Tall guys in the back. I know better. Are you still a question mark?
I'm a question mark.
Okay,
we're trying.
That's good.
We're going to try.
Pete Lee joins us at 7:25. We'll recap those press conferences yesterday with Matt LaFleur to feel and see and hear how he's doing about the game. Doug Gottlieb confirmed to join us once again at 8 o'clock. UWGB men's basketball had a hell of a week down in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Took 4th place in that tournament.
Yeah.
Already have 3 wins on the season. And you might remember They took Minnesota to overtime, Yale to the buzzer, and then beat UMass and beat Iona. Whoa. So we'll talk to him. Horizon League tournament play, not tournament play, but Horizon League season play kicks off, I believe, next week. Andy Herman will preview the Lions-Packers game with us at 8:25. And then, of course, What's Up Wisconsin with your Thanksgiving, your meals, and just all of the things that go into this holiday week as we are off and running on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. I Have Questions is next. Good morning. What's up, Wisconsin? Welcome back inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Reminder, next week, the 19th annual toy drive for Children's Wisconsin and Robin's Nest, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Blaine's Farm and Fleet in Oak Creek, or online at wisportsradio.com. Monday the 1st through Friday the 5th. You can donate in person. You can donate online. We are stocking the toy shelves for Children's Wisconsin and the Robin's Nest. More info, go to wisportsradio.com. All right, Josh, we have questions. The Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text Line, 414-677-1250. We mentioned it before we went to break. We have questions about Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur's communications. Somebody actually just texted in, if it's true that LaFleur didn't know about the handoff thing, what is he, a figurehead? Who's running the team? And what's the communication like? It reminds this person of a company with bad mid-management. It's Bob in Minneapolis. Bob, we're only going off of what Matt LaFleur said, and they asked him in the press conference yesterday, did you have a heads up that Jordan would only be using one arm for handoffs?
No, it just kind of happened. But it's not the first time I've seen it, and I think he's seen other guys that were here before do the same thing. So,
huh?
What?
Whoa. It just kind of happened?
What just kind of happened?
He didn't know that he wasn't able to use his left arm, apparently, for literally anything, including handing the ball off. He didn't know.
I mean, were you not running drills? Were practice? Like,
blows my mind.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, for the record, though,
I don't talk to kickers or quarterbacks. Any other questions?
Yeah, I'm just I'm blown away. And these are the type of things that when the Packers lose, get amplified by a million.
Yeah.
You know?
Imagine if they would have lost. Hey, Matt, why was Jordan only handing off with one arm? I don't know.
Oh, you think maybe that had something to do with the loss? Right.
Well, and we'll talk more about it in the 7 o'clock hour with all the other questions he answered in regards to does it change how you call plays? Does it make you think differently about what third down looks like? What about his ability to run? Guys, please talk to each other. Josh.
Yeah.
That scares me.
Yeah.
Something is wrong.
I could not agree more. It scares me too. The thing is that we just shove it under the bed and we don't think about it when they win.
Is that what's going on this year? If we could pinpoint something, like put our thumb on it, is that what's going on? Is there some weird communication issue? God, this feels like McCarthy all over again. Why aren't we talking?
I don't know that it's, any issue is really just one thing, but it's definitely one of the things.
Seems to be a common denominator, doesn't there?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you think about the losses in comparison to the wins, and the losses, there are 3 of them. And in those losses, we got the same answers we've always gotten, right? I have to be better. We have to be better. This is on me. Blah, 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 blah. It's the 7 wins where we find out things that we go, oh, how the hell did you guys win? Not talking to each other about X or about Y. It makes you think, what else? Is that just the norm? And I really don't know. Like, maybe that happens across all teams. There's so many things going on at one time. Maybe there are things that fall through the cracks.
Yeah,
but I feel like
should be one of them.
Your quarterback not being able to use one of his arms is one of them.
It's not a crackable thing.
Right.
There should be fences on the bottom of the cracks to make sure that there's no way that information doesn't get shared. If that was, I mean, we're only going off of what he said yesterday, but if that was honestly news to him, I have more questions than we have time for in the rest of time. At least the rest of Matt LaFleur's time. I just don't get it. Jason in Wynn Lake, he says, do you think Matt LaFleur calls plays into the mic like he answers questions in the press conferences? Wouldn't that be something? Yeah, that one, sorry, that's on me. I'll do better. Talking with Jordan Love in the middle of the game like that, highly doubtful, but I would like him to talk to Jordan Love just a little bit more than anything before. The Nicolay Law fan talking text line, 414-677-1250. A caller on the telephone, the telly. Josh, who's with us?
Well, I'm told this is Sparky, not our Sparky. A different Sparky? I didn't know there were multiple in Michigan.
I didn't know either.
Good morning. Welcome to Inside Wisconsin Sports.
How you doing? Hi. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Are you in the UP? Are you getting dumped on with snow right now?
Yeah. No, we're it's just windy and blustery, but no snow yet.
Oh,
I'm in the southern part of UP, but I'm sure like the northern UP, they probably got snow because they're usually about 2 to 3 weeks ahead of us in weather.
What's up in the UP this morning? Thanks for the buzz.
Yeah, you're welcome. Hey, I just was saying, I actually went to the Packer game on Sunday, and you know, the fan base was it was really impressive, and I was glad to see the Packers come out with a dub. But my question is wouldn't a healthy Willis be better than a banged up Jordan Love for a game if Jordan can't hand off the ball and maybe make plays to a certain side? You know, if his left side's that messed up, would you want your healthy backup in there to get Love healthy for the future of the next couple games going forward instead of maybe put him at risk of injury or maybe even you know, season-ending you know, an injury? Why would you put him in there if he's not like fully 100%? I don't understand that.
That's a good question.
Thanks for the question.
For the buzz. Yeah, that's a good question. Thanks for the call.
It is a question. The thing is that you're allowed to switch. You're allowed to still bring Malik Willis in at any point in the game. It's not like baseball to where once you pull Jordan Love, then he can't come back in the game.
Remember, we noticed that Willis was staying warm during the game. Like a notable mention on Twitter during the game that Malik Willis was throwing the ball, staying warm. Maybe that's habit and he does that every game, or maybe not. Maybe this was something where they're like, you know, Jordan's one hit away from needing to take a break.
That could be, but I'll tell you this. If we see Malik Willis in this game, I'm not feeling good about it. I'm nothing against Malik Willis. I love the times that he's come in, but this is a different situation against a really, really good Detroit team. And if I see Malik Willis in there, I want it to be because the Packers are up by 3 scores and there's 4 minutes left in the game.
Okay, good news and bad news on the Nicolay Law fan talking text line, 414-677-1250. We asked for a welfare check of our friends in Duluth Superior on 710 The Game. Good news, we heard from someone. Bad news, they've confirmed Superior is getting hammered by snow right now. Somebody up there, if you're listening on 710 and you don't have a shovel in your hand, call us, 414-677-1250. I'm telling you, Josh, it is wild up there right now. There's a huge storm coming through Wisconsin this weekend. Every last part of it will be affected. And there is a giant band, I'm nerding out weather-wise a little bit here, of lake effect snow in the UP in northern Wisconsin, specifically Duluth, Superior, along the border. Like, first snowfall of the year, here's 1.5 feet. Have a great day.
Yeah, be careful up there, folks.
Yeah, drive safe, especially north of Highway 8 when we all feel like we're inferior.
True.
Relax.
True.
All right, so yes, I would like Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur to talk more. You also have a question about Giannis, Josh. I don't do a good job of sharing the words with this one, so I'll let you take it.
Yeah, so the news, as we said in the first segment, came out on Twitter and the Bucs social media just putting out the injury report, and Giannis is questionable, not for the game on Monday, he's questionable for tonight against Miami. And that was surprising to a lot of people. And at first, I got excited. And then I had the question, is this a mistake? I mean, we weren't hard enough on Giannis saying, hey, you need to sit if you're feeling any pain in your groin, and we let it get to where he had a groin injury, should we be making sure he doesn't come back? Now, they did show some video of him doing a little bit of warm up, a little bit of shoot around as he was rehabbing. But is this a mistake bringing Giannis back too early, or is it, the Bucks need him? Put him in.
Well, let's do math. Last week, Monday, this happened against the Cavs. At that point, we were told 1 to 2 weeks that very next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Sham Charania, I believe, was the report.
Yeah, I think so.
There was 8 games between that moment and when 2 weeks was up. It is Wednesday of the following week, and we were told 1 to 2 weeks. So this is in the window that they said he could be back.
Okay.
That doesn't make me feel better.
Right.
Okay.
That's my point. So do I think that Giannis could play? Absolutely. Do I think that he should play? No, I don't.
But why? Because they said that it was only going to be 1 to 2 weeks. So why don't you think he should play when this is exactly what they told us we should expect?
Because I don't want a bigger injury coming out of rushing a smaller injury.
Trust. You don't trust him, Josh.
I mean, I trust that he is an animal that's going to, whenever he's let off the leash, he's going to run. And that's what he did in that game. Doc didn't tell him to sit down. He let him keep going. He's going to do the same thing.
Yeah, there's really no happy medium with Giannis. It is either all or nothing.
Correct.
All gas, no break, or park it.
Right.
And you're saying during this time of the season, specifically with these NBA Cup games that don't really matter, maybe we can park it for an extra week?
I mean, that's what you would think. It definitely seems like these Cup games mean more to Giannis and the Bucks than, the rest of us, I suppose. But I'm thinking long term when it comes to Giannis. I'm thinking the rest of the season.
Okay, I was going to say, I would not go past this season in the long-term conversation, which is a whole different conversation.
Yeah, not getting into that.
Is there plausibility, though, Josh, as Bucks fans, as we watch how they're playing without him, and the last I checked, they're defeated?
Yes.
Does that make it a little more relative to go, all right, and I'm not saying that we should overuse Giannis, but Giannis has a way of showing us that he comes back faster from injury than the average Bear.
It's true.
But at the same time, I'm not saying it's the last year with Giannis. Do not put that on me.
Okay, good. Don't say that.
And use him while you got him.
I don't think that's really, as silly as it may sound, I don't think that's really the Bucks' decision. If Giannis wants to play and he says he's ready to play and the medical staff clears him, I don't think that there's additional rest time for Giannis. Giannis goes, I'm good. Let's go.
Yeah, if the Bucks start holding him out when he says he's good, that's a problem.
I don't think they'll do it. Doc didn't do it before. I don't think they're going to start now.
Do you think Jordan Love has that same power? Is that what we're dealing with?
Ooh, no.
Why?
I don't know. Well, I don't. Yeah, I guess maybe.
You know what? Give yourself a second to think about that. It's not a question we had on the sheet. Sorry to surprise you.
Yeah, you did.
Does Jordan Love have the same power to insert himself into a game, whether he's ready or not, that we believe Giannis might have? What do you think? The Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text Line, 414-677-1250. We'll answer that when we come back, plus the most electrifying sound of the day. Sports Talk on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. We are Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht. Follow us on Twitter at OnAirJosh, at Trevor Thomas IW, at WI Sports Radio, and for the show itself at Inside Wis Sports. It's pretty fun to watch the Twitter, specifically during a Packer game, because either we're celebrating or we completely freak out. Entertaining nonetheless.
True.
Just as this segment is. It's the most electrifying sound of the day.
It's time for
The most electrifying,
sound of the day
the most electrifying.
on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh. Brought to you by Best Electric. Learn more at bestelect.com. Don't stress. Connect with the best.
To be a 3rd down and 3. Going for the end zone for Watson. He's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. 29-22, the final.
And that recap of the last time that the Packers played the Lions on Thanksgiving from Ford Field is the most electrifying sound of the day, brought to you by our friends at Best Electric. Remember, no job is too big or too small for Best Electric. Don't stress. Connect with the best. Call them today or visit bestelect.com.
That was a good end.
Oh,
to
yeah.
A good game.
Man, that was like the most memorable game of the season. We were afraid to get clobbered by the 8-2 Lions in that game. And then to just right out the gate, just come out 20-6, I think it was, at like the end of the first quarter.
And then was that the season, correct me if I'm wrong, where we had to beat the Lions in the last game of the season at Lambeau to get in the playoffs, and we lost?
That might have been. I feel like my brain was blocking that out.
Only the good stuff in your,
That's right.
in your dome. I like it.
That's right.
Right before we went to break, we were wrestling with a theory here, and we're curious to know where you stand. The Nicolay Law Fan Talk and Text Line, 414-677-1250. It's plausible to think that Giannis Antetokounmpo has the power to say, I'm ready, put me in the game. And they do. They listen. Does Jordan Love have that same power? If Jordan Love is playing and unable to hand off with his left arm, and Matt LaFleur didn't know it, does he have the same power to go, hey, guys, I'm good, let's go? Or is somebody there at 1265 going, if you can't really use your left arm, granted, not as important, but let's just hypothetically say that that's actually a problem. Should he have the ability to put himself in? Maybe this is across the board, Josh. I mean, Josh Jacobs, should he be able to put himself in? The list goes on. Lucas Van Ness was in there for 6 snaps and then all of a sudden not to go. Jair Alexander.
Yeah.
A number of different times went in there and came out.
The reason why it's such a difficult question for me to answer is because of Matt LaFleur. Because I'm standing here going, how does that conversation go? Right? I feel like Giannis is towering over Doc and he's saying, no, I'm going to play. And like, that's it.
Do it again.
What?
That accent was great.
No, I'm going to play.
Yeah, that's it right there.
But I don't know how that conversation goes between Love and LaFleur. I just in my head,
apparently it's not being had.
That's what I'm saying. I'm that maybe that's why I can't picture it. But I'm like, what is he? Hey, are you playing? Are you playing? I need to know when I'm scheming. And then Love just says, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna play.
Dude, you just brought up a great point. Think about that. The play, call, plan, the scheme, the game plan. Oh my God. Matt LaFleur didn't know he was not handing off with his left arm and put an entire game plan together.
Yeah. See, that's the scary stuff. You ever have it to where you learn after the fact that like how dangerous a situation could have been, but because it didn't happen that way, you kind of just go like, oh, okay. Well, you kind of just laugh it off because you're like, all right, well, I'm glad that didn't happen. We're all okay. That's what happened in the Vikings game.
Yeah.
Could have been disaster, but they won.
Nothing,
we're good. Okay.
Nothing to see here.
Everything's fine.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Right.
Ay. Well, we have to play the hits on Thanksgiving. It's what we're required to do, and Josh needs to know. Turkey or no?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got thoughts. I
why
got
is
thoughts in the
this-
mind dump.
Okay, but what can I ask real quick before we get there? Why this is you're mad, kind of mad about this?
I would say I'm passionate about it. I feel like it's a thing that needs to be discussed. It's not necessarily something everyone wants to discuss. I feel like a lot of people just want to go, nah, that's fine. And I'm going, no. We have to discuss this. We have to discuss Turkey.
It's been some time since you've looked at your watch during this show, and your watch has said, "Hey, bud,
I've been working on it.
Heart rate's going a little quick."
Yeah, I've been working on it.
But that's my favorite Josh.
I know, but I don't like that that's your favorite Josh.
Well, that was your fault for bringing it out of the kettle real quick.
My favorite Josh is the Josh that gets to stay calm and not have his blood boil.
Overrated.
Oh, okay.
Well, that Josh is good, but that Josh is slightly like, you have to understand, bud, that little ad that you put out for Burkhart yesterday.
Yeah, Burkhart Sporting Goods, big shout out.
That's a fun Josh.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
But what we didn't see in that video was when you dumped the bats on the floor, even though I think it was on purpose. The next Josh that came out, that's the Josh we all know and love. Like, I can't even hold on to the bat.
Yeah. So you just like me getting super upset. Is that
Well,
that's
it's entertaining if anything else?
Oh, okay. I like seeing you. I like seeing you get upset. Let's have the 610 text in today. How about that? All of a sudden.
Oh, now see, but you're using things.
Hey, are you getting any Andre Dawson jerseys for Black Friday? See any sales out there?
Okay, never mind. Sorry I brought it up. You son of a bitch.
We can go there. We can go there if you want, bud.
Well, there's been very few things that have gotten me completely rattled, and that was one of them.
Oh, sure was.
Such crap. All right, where do you stand? Turkey or no? We'll talk about it in the morning mind dump, plus whatever else you need to get off your chest before you spend an entire day with your entire family. There's a reason that the bars are packed in Wisconsin tonight. It's just prep. It's
That's right.
To prepare ourselves for what is tomorrow. We'll talk all about it next. Inside Wisconsin Sports on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, live from those studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. The morning mind dump is next. Turkey or no? I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't tell me that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, it's great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up, I'm home. Whoa!
This is definitely my favorite Thanksgiving memory. Playing on Thanksgiving and getting a win here, so I'm gonna remember this one.
You're looking for a turkey leg. We don't have one. We're going to make a donation in your behalf, but go be with your guys and celebrate. Happy Thanksgiving, Jordan.
Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate it. See ya.
What have you prepared for us?
I got some good things, because I don't like last year. They didn't get my nephew Love a turkey leg, so he's going to get 2. God is good.
Jordan, how motivated were you for this turkey leg?
We were very motivated. Not getting one last year. We needed a turkey leg this year.
All right.
What's up, Wisconsin? Happy Thanksgiving Eve. We are inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome. Morning. We're live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Be safe, Wisconsin. Holy snow, Batman. Our friends in Duluth Superior on 710 The Game here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. You guys are getting crushed with snow. I know Wausau is supposed to get a bunch. We are going to get a ton here in Green Bay. Maybe, maybe not. They don't really know. I mean, it's hard to forecast this time of year. A lot of moisture.
Yeah, either way, be careful.
You guys are supposed to get a little bit in Milwaukee, I think.
Just a little bit.
Some.
Be okay.
The morning mind dump is upon us, which, by the way, is not taking the place of a Would You Rather Wednesday. We have a guest at the bottom of the hour, 7:25, comedian Pete Lee. He's going to be in Brookfield this weekend. We chatting with him about what we can look forward to and all those things. So stay tuned for that. Would You Rather Wednesday is coming up at 7:45. But right now, just like every other day at 7 o'clock, it is time to get it off your chest, out of your head. The coffee's kicked in. Let's have a morning mind dump, shall we?
I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
The coffee is kicked in. We're awake and ready to roll. Let's get some things off our chest and out of our heads.
You don't know what it's like to be me out here for you. It is an up at dawn, pride-swallowing siege that I will never fully tell you about, okay?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
We've got no food, we've got no jobs, our pets' heads are falling off!
It's time for the morning mind dump on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
The Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, 414-677-1250. Text us all the things. Call us. Talk to us about all the things. And by the way, this is a safe place. If you need to complain about a family member that's going to be in your house tomorrow, or you're going to go to their house tomorrow, and you need to use an alias like Rob in the Twin Cities instead of Bob in Minneapolis, just an idea.
Yeah, we'll have no idea.
Maybe you can disguise yourself and talk about all the things that you can't talk about tomorrow. Listen, Wisconsin, we are here for you. We have your back on this. Go ahead and send us whatever you need. It could be, hell, I don't care if it has anything to do with sports today. It doesn't need to have anything to do with sports.
It's the pre-Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving show.
Much like this morning mind dump's about to be about everything other than sports.
Yeah.
So Josh has a problem with turkey, to which I'm like, all right, before we hear all of the things that apparently are up your craw with turkey on Thanksgiving, I was like, all right, pause. Maybe we both feel the same way about turkey, maybe not.
Okay.
So I have a question. What are the top 5 things you are required to have on your Thanksgiving plate? And I want you to start from number 5 and work your way up to number 1. I'll share mine.
Okay.
One at a time, just like you do. So what's number 5 for you on the top 5 things you have to have on your Thanksgiving dinner plate?
Cranberry sauce. But I'm a canned cranberry guy.
Okay.
Shout out
Canned
to my
cranberry.
shirt.
Got it. Number 5 for me, sweet corn. I
Okay.
don't care if it's on the cob. I don't care if it's been taken off the
I
cob.
like corn. Corn will be there.
For
Yep.
the love of God, get me some corn.
Yep.
Okay. 4.
Some type of roll or bread needs to be on the plate.
Look at us. Number 4, warm dinner roll.
Yep.
Here's where I differ a bit.
Okay.
I don't need butter. I would like a big old brown tub of country crock.
Okay.
Any idea what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Gotta have it. All right. Look at us. Okay, good. No cranberry for me yet.
Okay, that's fine. Number 3, green bean casserole. I eat it maybe 4 times a year. Thanksgiving is one of them. Got to be there. And you got to have some green on your plate.
Okay, with onions on top? With those, got to have it.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
The French is
I knew
onions,
we were going to get along just fine. I'm gonna spoil it and tell you that's my number 1.
Oh.
Green bean casserole with dried onions on top. Have to have it. Okay, there you go. It's on my list. It's at number 1. Next
for me is potatoes. We do cheesy potatoes. You can also do mashed potatoes. But you need to have potatoes on there.
Are you a brother from another mother?
I mean, this is the thing is I'm not surprised because this is how everyone's plate should be. But
riced potatoes is on my list next.
Okay.
If you've never had riced potatoes, do it and then mix it with the corn.
Yeah, that's what you do.
A whole bunch of
Get the
margarine
corn in
on
there. Yep.
Okay, next.
And number 1 is the stuffing. Got to have stuffing. And I got a lot of people that go, why do you need stuffing if you have bread?
Oh no.
And
I forgot about stuffing.
And the answer is, you forgot about stuffing?
I did. I made a mistake.
Woof.
So you rattled me, though, because of all this turkey talk.
Did you notice that turkey wasn't on my list?
I noticed that you don't have any meat on your list.
Correct.
What? That's my problem, because I have ham.
Right.
And I'm not a turkey guy, but you're no meat?
Okay. So, first of all, this body was not built, by not eating. I was brought up in the way of if you don't want something, you take a no thank you helping. Do you know what that is?
No, none.
So when you're passing the food around the table, to not offend whoever made that food, I mean, it's the quintessential Midwest nice, to not offend anyone and go, oh, no one took my sweet potato, whatever. You would take a no thank you helping, a very small helping of it to have like a bite of it, and you would put that on your plate. So there's always, everything is on the plate, but it might just be a small amount.
Okay.
For me, that's the turkey. I understand that turkey has to be on the Thanksgiving plate, but it is getting 10% at most of the space available on my plate. Thanksgiving is about the sides, and big turkey wants to make it all about them. It's not. I'm sorry. The turkey's never the best part. It's always the sides, and I'm sick of everyone wanting to deny this fact. Your plate is 70 to 80% sides, at least. That's the best part. You're taking two tree scoops of the sides. You're not taking 3-4 pieces of turkey. You're not. I don't care. Well, and I've had people, it's because you haven't had good turkey. I spend 9 years making my turkey. It's slow roasted. Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you have really good turkey. It's still.
Do you not like turkey in general, though?
I think it's, I guess. I don't mind like
so this
deli
has nothing
turkey,
to do with
like,
Thanksgiving.
Well, how often do you have like just turkey, not deli turkey, just like turkey, like a piece of turkey?
Is your question, how often do you make an entire turkey?
And then carve it up and then eat it?
Never.
Okay. That's my point.
But I've also thought about putting it on the Traeger and seeing how it turned out. Like maybe we can slow roast a turkey for a day and see what it's like. Okay, there's something about turkey, though, that you really despise. I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Well, it's dry.
There you go.
It's always dry.
Not the dark meat.
Still too dry.
Do you like ham?
Love ham.
Why don't you have ham for Thanksgiving?
Ham's for Christmas.
Can't make it for Thanksgiving?
A big holiday ham.
Tomorrow's a holiday.
I would love for it to go ham and then a month later ham. People don't do that.
You're an adult, Josh.
People do turkey.
Who's hosting Thanksgiving in your family?
The in-laws.
Can we call them right now? I will request a ham for you.
There will probably be some type of ham.
But now, are you going to take a no thank you portion?
I have to. Yeah, I'll take a little piece of ham. Yeah, I'll have a bigger piece of ham on my plate than I will a piece of turkey.
But you could really go without meat on Thanksgiving. Period.
It's all about the sides, baby.
Is there a side that you have up your sleeve that I don't know about? I mean, we covered the potatoes. We got the green bean casserole.
How big is your plate? You got six sides on that plate.
Yeah, but
It's
are
a
you
full
not
plate.
going back for seconds?
Here's what I want. Here's what I want from you, what I want from everyone listening right now. On Thanksgiving, I don't need to see your entire feast. If you want to include that picture of the entire layout of the table, it is pretty. It looks good. You know, the Thanksgiving table layout looks good. But I want to see your plate. Before you dig in, take a picture of your plate and post it and tag us at On Air Josh, at Trevor Thomas IW, at Inside with Sports. Let us know how you divided up your plate. What do you all have on your Thanksgiving plate? Seconds plates don't count, because seconds plates, you're making decisions based on that year, what tasted good, what was better than most. Oh, you know what? Actually, that green bean casserole was really good. I'm going to go back for seconds. This is, you haven't had anything yet. You got to get your one plate together. I'm telling you, you're not filling half that plate with meat. You're just not doing it. Doesn't happen. Thanksgiving is about the sides.
So I'm cheating tomorrow. We're going deer hunting. I'm leaving after we get off the air today, packing up the Jeep, grabbing my two boys and my nephew George, and we are northbound for deer hunting until we leave on Saturday, when I drop the boys off at home, pick up my wife, and we go to Milwaukee for Pete Lee, who joins us at 7:25. I'm not sure if my buddy Chris has ideas for Thanksgiving. I think he might. I think there's some sort of potential, tradition that they have up at this deer camp. It's my first year going up to this deer camp, and I hope this is my routine now forever and ever. Amen. We leave on Wednesday. We come home on Saturday. My poor wife knew the moment we had our first child that was a boy that someday she would be losing him to deer hunting this weekend. And then we had a second boy, and both boys are really excited to go deer hunting. I forgot that neither boy is in school today. And usually at 7:00, when we're in that break, I'll FaceTime them, say good morning, have a great day, love you, can't wait to see you. It's weird for us not being able, for me particularly, not being able to see my kids in the morning. A big change when you do morning radio. Just pissed off the 14-year-old, woke him up on a day he didn't need to be up. I just FaceTime and he goes, good morning. And I'm like, oopsies.
Uh-oh, sorry.
You're still in bed. I say all of that because those that go to deer camp, men and women alike, eat like kings and queens for the most part.
Yeah.
When you go and do a deer camp right, you have food coming out of your ears. And I believe that at some point, whether it's tomorrow or specifically Friday, I'll take a picture of my plate and it will be a ribeye steak with potatoes, mushrooms, onions, and maybe something on the side. Oh, that's the Thanksgiving dinner I want.
See, and that is not your traditional Thanksgiving, but I love it.
Sure isn't.
But I love it.
We did have a little bit of a Thanksgiving dinner on Sunday. Our friends Chris and Gina, I asked if we could put together specifically some stuffing. I can't believe I forgot to put that on my list. That is such a miss on my end.
Huge miss by you.
I was in a little bit of nostalgia mode over here, picturing what Thanksgiving used to be like at my grandma and grandpa's house. And I went down the list and that was a miss. But shout out Kids Table. Didn't forget that for some reason.
That's true. You remember you started the show with Kids Table.
The Nicolay Law Fan talking text line 414-677-1250. Jacob in a van. Hot take. This might get Josh upset. Hot take. Green bean casserole is disgusting.
I actually know a few people that feel that way.
Me too.
You're wrong, but I get it. I can tell you how to eat. That's not me telling you how to fan.
All right, here we go. Finally. Good morning, Nicolay Law Fan talking text line 414-677-1250. Now we're rolling on the old talking text line. 414, why didn't you get out with the boys last weekend? Because we don't have a spot to gun hunt on the regular where all of us have space. We do on the second weekend, but not the first weekend. So I actually bow hunted this past weekend in my bow hunting spot. I just happened to use my gun tag. We'll tell you, if you don't understand what that means, I'll tell you a different day.
I love all the now they're coming in hot and heavy with their takes. Brent from Franklin. The meat goes on the bottom. Everything else is on top. You will never see the meat on my plate.
Mm-hmm.
See? Justin from Port. This is my second go of making the turkey. That said, Josh is right. I am way more excited about the sides others are bringing. The sides are way more fun.
Look at the 715. My family does a Thanksgiving brisket, so most of my relatives' plate is meat.
Okay. See, and that's, you're the one-off. But what is the meat? Not turkey. That's my whole point on this.
That's Kansas Ken chiming in, by the way.
Oh,
He
what's
says
up,
lock
Kansas
it in.
Ken?
Hey, Kansas Ken, don't got a way to lock it in. That's not how this system works on this end. So,
Locked it in.
Did you lock it in? You have a way to lock that in?
No.
Just let us know that you're Kansas Ken every time. Hey, Jacob and Van's going to see Pete Lee with his parents on Sunday. We're going to talk to Pete Lee in less than 10 minutes. He joins us at 7:25. Pete Lee, comedian from Janesville, on a national tour, and he's been doing this for some time. We've seen him on Jimmy Fallon, on Comedy Central. He just got done touring with Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Not a bad way to go about it.
There's a guy that doesn't keep his shirt on. Hey, so to make sure that we don't get yelled at for not talking sports.
Always back to sports.
I like that the game is at 11:30 instead of 3:25.
What game?
The Packers game.
It's not at 11:30.
Or sorry, noon.
Yeah.
Noon. I like that it's the early game. That it's not the 3:25 or the later game that messes with when you're eating dinner. Because that happened a few years ago where it was okay, we have to eat before. Are we going to eat before the game? Are we going to eat later? This is easy. You eat the game and then you go to you eat. You watch the game and then you go to the table and you eat.
Oh, see, I think there's a lot of people that do it opposite. I think there's a lot of families that have don't
what do you have,
give me that
breakfast?
face. I think. Did you just read the talking text line?
Yeah.
Jacob in Sheboygan. Sorry, Jason in Sheboygan. We're doing brunch. No turkey, just French toast sticks, cheesy potatoes, scrambled eggs, breakfast sausage, and ham.
Yeah, well, Jason, that sounds fantastic. Also, that's not a Thanksgiving dinner, but I still want to see a picture of your plate.
Wait a minute. Dinner in my house growing up meant lunch. I think there's a lot of families that, oh yeah, dinner was lunch and supper was supper.
Oh.
My grandpa always came home for dinner. That was at noon or 11 in his mind. And supper is your nighttime meal.
Crazy talk. I have heard of people saying supper instead of dinner, but they both mean the evening meal.
No, dinner's lunch.
I've never heard anyone say
I can't be alone in this.
Dinner is not lunch.
Dinner is lunch.
No, lunch is lunch.
No, dinner. Lunch
breakfast,
is dinner.
Lunch, dinner.
No,
some people say breakfast lunch,
dinner, supper.
I've never heard. No. I've never in my life heard breakfast, dinner, supper. Never.
Please, God, tell me there's somebody else out there that heard that. Otherwise, it's just me, and that's crazy talk.
That's insane.
The Nicolay Law Fan talking text line, 414-677-1250. Brian in Hudson. It's all about the gravy, baby. Whoever cooks the turkey better be pre-planning their gravy. It's fair.
Yeah, because if you're cooking a meat that desperately needs a sauce, how good is the meat?
No, it goes on the potatoes with the corn. And put a little gravy on your stuffing. All right, we got to go. Pete Lee's joining us in just moments. He is a funny cat, and I have everything in my mind to let you know that he is just as funny today. I know it. You're going to love it. Pete Lee, comedian from Janesville, Wisconsin. He'll be at the Milwaukee Improv this weekend in Brookfield, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Go to PeteLee.net for more information. He joins us next on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Take it away, Adam Sandler. Welcome back inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. In now, as in the guest room, the guest hotline on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Wisconsin's own comedian Pete Lee. Buddy, good to see you. Thanks for jumping on.
Oh, my God. It's so good to be on the hotline because it's freezing cold in Wisconsin. I'm here to do traffic and weather. No, I don't know. I feel like I should make helicopter noises.
That's exactly what we needed. Yeah,
dude, I am so excited to come back to Wisconsin this week. I already gained like 10 pounds in the last month, and
Perfect.
I can't wait to gain more. I'm gonna drink till I black out and eat till I hiccup. I can't wait.
That's
We
the
call
dream.
that Tuesday.
Yeah. We call that just a Tuesday. Who does the Pack play on Sunday?
They don't play Sunday, Pete. They play Thursday against the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving.
It's on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Oh, wait, what's Thanksgiving? I'm just gonna pretend like I don't know anything about Thursday. Do they
The
play?
show would be great.
Are you coming back in? So you were here for this weekend last year, this weekend being the Milwaukee Improv weekend of
Yes.
Pete Lee's big old tour. 2 shows on the 28th, 2 shows on the 29th that I will be at, and then 1 show on the 30th. So if you remember last year, you and I did this week together. You stayed at our house. We went to the Packers game, and then we went to the Milwaukee Improv.
Yeah, I stayed in your son's room. I think he was having like a sleepover somewhere else, and so I stayed in your son's room. And then, we went to the Packer game. So that means this year it's in Detroit, right?
That's right.
Oh, I'm gonna pray for the Packers that they got to go to evil Detroit on Thanksgiving. Oh, that's awful. Now I know why Dobbs has that extra helmet protector. It's for Detroit. That's what it's for. Was that bad to say?
No, we're good.
You guys, every time I wear a stocking cap, I feel like I'm wearing his helmet protector.
It's become like a trademark thing for him. People are looking forward to it.
Yeah, it really is fun that he is his own bobblehead knight. I love Dobbs' helmet protector. We're not, Dobbs, if you're listening, we're not making fun of you. But you can't hear us because of that helmet protector. It's got so much padding and it absorbs all the noise.
And he wears it to bed. Like he wears it all the time.
That's his airplane pillow too. He just takes it up and crumples it up and has a window seat and leans against it.
Okay, so for those that don't know Pete Lee, comedian from Janesville, Wisconsin, and he's really funny, in case you needed to say that. So Josh is a newbie to Pete Lee's comedy.
Yes.
So Josh, if you were to say to Pete Lee, what's the style of comedy without Pete Lee answering, what would you say? Because you're a big comedian guy.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of comedy, which I was surprised then because I try to know a lot about local comedians as well. But I loved your set on Jimmy Fallon. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Very, very funny. I love the pandering to the crowd of just completely Midwestern nice of I'm assertive unless I shouldn't be, and then I won't be. Is this too much? You tell me. I'll be whatever you want. I thought that was hilarious. Absolutely love that. My big thing that I wanted to ask you, Pete, as I was trying to analyze the comedy was about crowd.
Oh my God, he's gonna propose. He's gonna propose.
I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe save that for the second interview. You don't want to propose to the comedian on the first interview. But with the crowd work, because crowd work comedy has become pretty popular in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna have like a 6'11" guy in the crowd at one of your shows. And I was just curious, are you looking to do crowd work at any of these shows? And if so, can you pick on the tall guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Trevor's voice is so deep that only dogs can hear it. He's so up there, even when he's sitting in a chair, that it goes over everybody's heads. So he could heckle me, but that'd be fine. No, crowd work comedy it's interesting because like I've always done crowd work because I think it's fun, and then it's within the comedy community there are those that are good at it, and then there are those that are not good at it. And the ones you'll notice the comedians that go like, oh, these crowd work comedians doing crowd work clips. It's only the comedians that suck at it that are mad about it. And I'm talking to you, whoever you are out there that is a crowd work comedian and listening to this morning radio in Wisconsin. I love to do it. I think it's an exercise in improv, and I think I like asking the audience interesting questions. A lot of times I ask them what their drama is in their life, so I really dig down into. Like interesting stuff. The first place that I ever asked about the drama, it was at the Milwaukee Improv in Brookfield. It's so funny. It's the Green Bay Packers in Appleton. That's basically what the Milwaukee Improv is. But this lady, it was the day after Thanksgiving, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I guess I got a little drama. Yeah." She goes, so, I broke up with my boyfriend the night before Thanksgiving. Yeah. And, cause he was not so good. And, then I felt bad not inviting him to Thanksgiving, because, it's Thanksgiving. So we invited him, and then he got drunk and he was, not so good. So as a family, we had a meeting and we locked him in the shed. And I was like, what? And the crowd's going nuts. Like I go, you locked him in the shed, and they go, yeah, is this the best place to lock him in? And I go, well, all right, it's Friday. That was yesterday. I was like, is he still in the shed? Did he get out? And they go, no, we gave him bus money, and now he's on a bus back to Ohio. And it was the best drama that I've ever heard of. And this lady was just so chill about that their family imprisoned an ex-boyfriend in a shed, and the whole family was there. They're like, yeah, the shed was the best place. It's not bad.
They were all in agreement. This is the best. This is the best course of option. This is what we should do.
Yeah, and I'm like, and this guy just, instead of going to the police, he's just on a bus. Which, by the way, to go shed to bus, that's out of the frying pan into the fire. That's bad.
It's a hell of a Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yeah.
Pete Lee, Janesville, Wisconsin. It's where he grew up. He's one of us, and he's coming back to us this coming weekend. The 28th, the 29th, the 30th, Milwaukee Improv. You can go to PeteLee.net in order to get tickets. You could also go to NateBargatzyKicksBunnies.com, and that will land you at PeteLee.net. All right, so that's an amazing story, Pete.
I was gonna say there's a story there.
Yeah, so Pete and I have known each other for a little while now, and we were together in Appleton this last year.
Yes.
And he was doing a bit about Nate Bargatze and how Nate Bargatze, because everybody loves Nate Bargatze. And so Pete's doing a bit about Nate Bargatze. And you know what? Nate Bargatze.
Who was it about?
It was about Nate Bargatze.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Thanks.
Yeah, Nate Bargatze. You want to spell it? So I created the website, Nate Bargatze Kicks Bunnies, because Pete said on stage that he kicks bunnies, and it goes to PeteLee.net. Now, I want you to let you know, Pete, I've let that, it's going to die. That website's going to die. So
Okay, I might need to renew it, because on stage I actually tell people that if you want to go to my website,
I'll renew it. I'll bill you. I'll bill you.
And I want to officially say that I love Nate Bargatze, and he's a friend of mine, and I've known him for a long time, and I couldn't be more proud of him. But he does clean comedy, and I used to do clean comedy, but I stopped doing it because the fans that like only clean comedy suck so bad. Like I don't want to go to heaven with these people, and they're like I love clean comedy. A lot of my comedy that I do throughout the set is clean, but I purposefully throw in a few F-bombs. I threw in a few edgy things just so that those people don't come back. Because those are the ones that come up to you at the meet and greet and go, I don't know, that wasn't clean enough. And I started getting emails from ladies named Linda, and they would be like, I thought you'd be more like Nate Bargatze. And imagine somebody thinking that they love Nate more than me. He's my friend. We've eaten dollar pizza together. I started saying, the thing that I do in my set is everything that I say comes through a filter of love. I try to be loving when I say it, even if I'm saying an edgy topic or or if I'm swearing or whatever. Which, by the way, do you think Jesus had his hands nailed and he didn't say a few curse words? Sorry. I'm just saying. But anyway, so I basically say on stage, I go, so everything I say goes through the filter of love, and I go, over here on the other side, you have fear, hate, anger, depression, sadness, evil. I go over on this side, it's love. Over here, all that other stuff, Nate Bargatze. And so I basically call him evil, even though he's not. He's one of the best people that I know. And that's why it's so funny to call him evil on stage. And then anytime I have an example, basically, if I bring in a pro wrestling heel into my set, of somebody that's mean or evil, I always say, and that friend is Nate Bargatze. And it gets a big laugh. And obviously, it's like calling your fat friends, skinny, or like the guy that doesn't have a right hand or a right arm, you call him lefty or whatever. Like that's the that's the joke, is that he's such a good guy that I call him evil. And then Trevor created the website NateBargatzeKicksBunnies.com, and it's because in part of the thing I say, you guys, he kicks bunnies, and so it's so funny, but we have to renew that website because I literally at the end of the show I send them to that website. So
I'll do it right after this. You got it. I got it.
Yeah, and for the record, Nate Bargatze, he's not evil. He's a great guy. Clean comedy, sucks, and he doesn't kick bunnies.
I prefer believing he does. Actually.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, his comedy. He's a brilliant comedian. It's one of the. I went to his Netflix taping, his last one. It was
Josh. If you can't talk, that's why I'm just killing time. Josh, what do you got? Only a few more minutes with our man Pete Lee.
Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to know: have you ever seen another adult male buy a piece of clothing at a stadium or sporting event, and then throw out the piece of clothing that he's wearing?
Wait, is this a specific question about what I do? Or
no,
you
it's
do
about
that?
Trevor, who
Okay.
you also claim to know. But you can just say that this is material. If you get stuck and you're like, hey, see this tall guy in the crowd? So we went to a Brewers game together, and he bought a sweatshirt, and he was like, I'm gonna put on the new sweatshirt. And in the process, when I turned around to see that he had the new sweatshirt on, I said, oh, do you want to put your old quarter zip that you wore here in the bag to hold on to? And he said, no, I threw it out. And I said, was something wrong with it? And he went, no.
Yes.
I just didn't like the way it felt, and it was sweaty.
Smelly.
Yeah.
He threw it out like where most people throw out their hot dog wrappers. He threw out his quarter zip.
Yeah, and if you were to go fish it out, it would have ketchup and mustard and relish and sauerkraut all over it. Yeah, I it's funny. I do the same thing when I go to concerts. I'll wear a black T-shirt, and then my friends, when we first started doing this, first of all, I'd never throw away a quarter zip. That's what sociopaths would do.
That was the answer I was looking for. Thank you. Yeah,
you're welcome.
But I don't know what was it a Target? Was it a Great Land?
No, it was a freebie that I got from a beer sponsor thing prize deal. It was a sweaty, didn't breathe quarter zip jacket I've had for a decade. It was time to go.
It was a nice Brewers embroidered quarter zip.
Wow. I mean, you know what's funny, Trevor, is that you have fans there that you probably could have gone, hey, you could have bent down and talked to people at their level and gone, hey, are you a fan of mine? Or you're so tall, you could be like, hey, I'm the tight end for the Packers, and I just don't have my tattoos on. And here's the free Brewers embroidered. I love that detail, by the way.
It's important.
It is important. I don't know that I would have thrown away the quarter zip, but I'll wear a T-shirt like a black T-shirt to concerts, and then when I buy the concert T-shirt, I put it on, and then I walk around with the t-shirt. And my friends are like, what are you doing walking around with that? And I go, well, I'm going to give it away to the first person that comes up to me and goes, hey, I like your comedy. And I do it every single time. And when I told my friends that, oh, I just burped. Oh my God. Beer, Miller Lite. Yeah, this guy's got a good diet. Anyway, but I told my friends my intention. I was like, yeah, I'm going to give this away to the first fan that comes up to me. And they're like, that's really cocky. You think that you're just at this concert with a bunch of other people, and you're wearing a hat, and like you think that people are just going to come up to you. And then it was like 2 minutes later, we were at Metallica, and this guy comes up and goes, dude, can I get a picture? And I was like, yeah, you can get a picture. And do you want my other t-shirt? And the guy was like, yeah. And he was a big guy, so he put it on, and it was a crop top. He looked like Winnie the Pooh. But yeah, I don't know, like that. I'm not somebody, but to some people, I'm somebody, and I don't know, I don't know if I went to. I'm just trying to think of a concert. If I went to Metallica and James was like, "Do you want my T-shirt?" I'd be like, "Yeah, of course I do, dude. Yeah,
Should have
yeah."
given it away.
You should
It
have
was
given it away.
embarrassing how much it smelled.
I really hope that you end up getting one of Pete's T-shirts at the end of his set at the Milwaukee Improv. That's what I want to see end.
I have one.
Yeah, you have one. Yep. He actually sniffs it. It's I just missed the way he smells.
Get out of here. Hey, okay, good. Can't wait to see you this weekend. So excited. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
November
28th,
29th, 30th, Milwaukee Improv. It's coming up this weekend. Pete Lee, everybody. Good God, I love you, man. I can't wait to see you. Real quick, any new material that you're breaking out this weekend that you want to share now or not really?
You just come to the show. Since you, I mean, do you remember last Thanksgiving when I came to you a broken man? I was going through a divorce, and then I came to you a broken man, and then things got way worse. I went through the divorce, then my house burned down in the Pacific Palisades, and then I saved a guy's life on the sidewalk in New York City, and then I was wrongly accused of the guy that was beating him up, and then I went to jail. And I probably have 30 minutes on that, and you're gonna go, oh my God, I'm gonna go watch comedy on my date night about a house burning down. It's hilarious. And the divorce stuff, I don't disparage her because I signed a legal document, but I do talk about what it's like. And then the jail stuff, I went to New York City jail, and it's basically a situation comedy at that point of me in jail in New York City. And yeah, I'll share this. I went there, and the cops kind of beat me up, and so I had blood all over me and blood all over my shoes, and then I was shackled. Because when you're dangerous, they shackle you. So like I walked into the jail cell like the ghost of Christmas past, and they unshackled me and drug the chains away slowly. And then, of course, I'm me. So I was like, hey guys, how's it going? I'm Pete. And I start meeting people, and they looked at me with the blood on my face and my Wisconsin accent, like, oh my God, that's Jeffrey Dahmer. And we're his next meal. And like, it was so funny how terrified they were of me in this New York City jail cell because I had the Wisconsin accent, and they're like, he must be the next Ed Gein. I don't know, but they got him. He fled to New York.
Nailed him. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
All right. If you're interested in going to see Pete's comedy, I highly suggest it. So too does Josh. Because we love laughing. That's what we do best here in Inside Wisconsin Sports. Pete, I will see you this weekend. Thanks for jumping on.
All right. See you. Love you guys.
Thanks, Pete.
All right. Don't say it back. Okay. Bye.
Love you too. Bye. Love you too. The Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Would You Rather is next on Inside Wisconsin Sports, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Pete Lee, everybody. We are inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Hopefully see you on Saturday, Wisconsin, down at Pete Lee at the Milwaukee Improv in Brookfield.
Man, that's funny.
Our thanks to him. God, is he funny. I needed that break to be like, whew, okay.
Yeah, catch your breath.
All right, Would You Rather Wednesday. It's a quick one this morning before we get to the top, and Doug Gottlieb joins us next. Josh, we talked about it a little bit. Would you rather, you can only have one, stuffing or potatoes?
Ooh.
Gotta have one.
Potatoes.
Okay.
Potatoes, because you can do so much with them. Would you rather pumpkin pie or apple pie?
Pumpkin pie, but it has to have Cool Whip. It's actually one of mine as well.
Okay.
I said, would you rather plain pumpkin pie or pumpkin pie with Cool Whip? You can keep the plain pumpkin pie. Gotta cover it. I want so much Cool Whip on my pumpkin pie, you don't even see the pie anymore.
I've never been a huge fan of pumpkin pie.
Try it with Cool Whip. You might change your mind.
Then you're just eating the Cool Whip.
P.S. Shout out to my father-in-law who makes the most insane pecan pie ever.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people have that thing, too.
So good.
Would you rather food on the table or food in a buffet line?
Family style. Food on the table.
Put it on the table.
Yeah, it's there. It gets a little tight when you got a lot of people.
It does. I don't mind the buffet line. And then you go sit down with your
but
plate.
I'd rather have it family style.
Okay.
Hey, you had one texted to you, Josh. What was that?
Yeah, I did. So I had one texted in. They've been trying to get this in for a while. It's from Gus, who said, would you rather win the Nationals doubles bowling tournament with your dad, who is in the Milwaukee and Wisconsin Bowling Hall of Fame, or accept a dinner invite to Giannis's house with Giannis?
Well, that's a question just for you.
It's absolutely a question just for me, and it's like the toughest question because for the longest time I was like, man, would it be cool to just
There's
be able
a
to
wrong answer here.
Bowl in the tournament with my dad, much less win the biggest tournament with my dad.
There's a wrong answer.
But oh my God, it's Giannis.
It's not.
No, I'm saying, but that's the dilemma because I want Giannis, so I want to meet him so bad, and this is a dinner invite at his house,
dude.
This isn't just running into him at the airport. It would be the bowling tournament.
It has to be.
Oh, but it's so tough. I would be like, after winning it, I like literally the last shot, I would be like, you better strike, because if I passed up having dinner at Giannis's house and we lose, I will never forgive you. That's how that would go in that bowling tournament.
Packers, would you rather more pass or more run?
More run.
You want more run?
If the run is working, we're doing well. I like that because it hasn't happened besides one game this season.
Got it.
Would you rather have Jaden Reed or Lucas Van Ness back for this week against the Lions? You only get one.
Lucas Van Ness. I feel like if we can bolster our defense even more in comparison to where it was, we win even more games. And it's not like we're short on receivers. We're short on catches.
Yeah, but is that because you don't? I mean, is Jaden Reed a game changer?
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
Last one for me. Vacation. And this is relative to our chat with Doug Gottlieb, who just got back from St. Thomas, the U.S. Virgin Islands. Would you rather beach or mountains?
Ooh. Beach?
Beach, as in like somewhere on the beach?
Yeah.
Or somewhere in the mountains?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to go beach because I don't know that I've really like ever been on mountains.
You've never been to the mountains?
No. What
Anywhere?
mountains?
Mountains, like Appalachian Mountains?
No.
Rocky Mountains?
Nope.
Oh, buddy, you're missing out.
Am I?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing on the mountains?
You're just driving around and sightseeing and looking and viewing and wildlife and nature.
Okay.
I'm mountains all the way.
All right. Well, that's fair. Listen, I'm not, even when it comes to beach, I feel like I'm usually just sitting around, so.
Yeah, that's valid. That's what Doug Gottlieb did. And, oh, yeah, he won a game or two. We'll chat with him next on Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. I am an eternal optimist. So please, God, don't tell me that you're an eternal pessimist.
I like to say I'm a realist.
Oh, great. We're going to get along great. This is going to be great.
This is Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh.
Crowd is here, about to blow, waiting for me to start the show. Out the curtain, lights go up, I'm home. Whoa!
This is definitely my favorite Thanksgiving memory. Playing on Thanksgiving, getting a win here, so I'm gonna remember this one.
You're looking for a turkey leg. We don't have one. We're going to make a donation in your behalf, but go be with your guys and celebrate. Happy Thanksgiving, Jordan.
Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate it. See ya.
Yes. What
Yes,
have you prepared
yes.
for us?
I got some good things, because I don't like last year. They didn't get my nephew Love a turkey leg, so he's going to get 2. God is good.
Jordan, how motivated were you for this turkey leg?
Oh, we were very motivated. Not getting one last year. We needed a turkey leg this year.
Turkey legs for everyone. How about that? Only Packers.
I was going to say, how about just the Packers?
Just Packers. None for you because you don't appreciate turkey.
Yeah, that's fine. Give them to Jordan Love.
Inside Wisconsin Sports, Trevor Thomas, Josh Albrecht, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Joining us now as he does every Wednesday here on Inside Wisconsin Sports, a little bit tanner today. Our guy, WGB head coach, men's basketball, and national radio host. My guy, Doug Gottlieb. DG, happy Wednesday, buddy.
Happy Wednesday to you. Couldn't have been, can't be happier with the projected 55-mile-an-hour winds coming.
Welcome back, bud. Welcome back. So Doug sent me some pictures last night of how amazing his view was and how amazing St. Thomas was. And I was like, when you look at your bay view of Green Bay and then you see that and you're like, oh yeah, that doesn't freeze. That's right. That doesn't freeze. So anyway, welcome back. 5 inches of snow today, 40-mile-an-hour winds. Thanks for bringing the U.S. Virgin Islands with you. Not too much to ask. Okay, so the weather was incredible, buddy, but so was the basketball. Whoa.
Yeah,
whoa.
well, we got to start with just knowing from last week, we had a ton of people who said, what did he do? What did the team do? Who made it? What was the plan? What happened with the travels to the Virgin Islands?
I'll remind you. You told us that because of the travel woes and the Delta flights, that there was a chance that you might have to leave somebody behind. Like there wasn't enough seats on the flight.
You had
based
15
on where,
seats.
We did. Okay, so here's what happened. The issue is I am on island time, but I'm generally on island time. What is today, Wednesday?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so we were supposed to leave Tuesday of last week, I think. Yeah. No, Wednesday. No, last Wednesday we left. Okay. So Tuesday night.
We talked to you on the bus, DG. You were on the bus on Wednesday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we get to the airport and they're like, okay, you're going to fly to Atlanta. So we flew to Atlanta, but they didn't have enough, the connecting flight the next morning because we missed our connecting flight. And as we discussed last time, you can fly to anywhere from Chicago, except apparently the U.S. Virgin Islands. Yeah. So we had to go through Atlanta, Charlotte, Dallas, and all those Appleton places where you go through Appleton. But there was only, I think it was like 15. I think it was 15.
Yeah, so you said that.
I didn't. So I had to not take 2 assistants, and I could only take 10. but this is only wait. This is only for that first day. So what we ended up doing was we flew to Atlanta with 10 of the players, and we had to have our trainer Cam, right? Like that's just for legal stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended up. Now my dogs are arguing. I mean, this is just a complete crap show right now. They're like playing. It's like, hey, dude, like we were all good chilling this morning, and now all of a sudden you want to play right when I get on with Trevor. Okay, great, awesome. Anyway, so we travel to Atlanta. I have to leave 5 players behind. Okay, 2 are one's a walk on, two are redshirting, right? But there's two other guys, and like we trimmed the rotation, but I knew one of them would probably play. And anyway, so we ended up flying to Atlanta. Had a great, actually ended up benefiting us because we had a great practice at the Hawks practice facility. Had a nice meal in Atlanta. Stayed the night. Flew the next day to the islands. But here's the kicker: we land at like I don't know 2, and we have practice right after we land. The other plane didn't land until like 4. So those guys missed 2 days of practice. So 2 days of prep for Yale, which is they're picked to win the Ivy League. They're really freaking good. They won the tournament, right? So you're like, okay, do I play these guys? Because they actually haven't been there for the prep, you know? So it was a little janky, but once we got there, it was great. And then I thought the fellows played really well. Yale's good. We missed a bunch of free throws. We missed some open looks. Had a chance. We were down 2 with 29 seconds to go. Couldn't close it out. But then bounced back and played really, really well without our leading scorer, Marcus Hall, the last 2 games and won 2.
And oh yeah, now there's this kid off the bench, at least against UMass, named Justin Allen.
Yeah.
Put him in a bubble wrap box, please. He's insane.
He's a bucket. He's a bucket.
Yeah.
So Justin averaged 26 a game last year at Carnegie Mellon, which is Division III. And I had a dear friend who was the best Division III coach in the country. He left, Dave Klasky, and he went to Florida as an assistant. So about mid-year last year, I just started calling around all the Division II guys, Division III guys, like, hey, who can play at this level? And Dave said, Justin Allen at Carnegie Mellon. So we started watching tape, and as soon as he hit the portal, we were on him. And not a lot of people were really, really on him, and it was because of I think how quickly and how thoroughly we recruited him. And then he just fit like our guys. Like he was the guy who I left him with Preston Rudinger and at the time Yonatan Levy. And I was like, okay, like no plan. You guys just do whatever. And I come back and, they're playing cards and they're like best friends. So unbelievable kid. And then really, really talented, kind of shifty scorer. I mean, he can just score. But I made it a point, Trevor. You went through it. I wasn't no one who was soft and no one who my coaches and I felt like weren't bringing what we needed defensively to the table would play. So we play Bradley, and he's just nervous. He had missed about 2 months in the summer. He had a really bad ankle and midfoot sprain. We thought it was really bad. It wasn't. So it just set him behind. And then when he came back, Bradley was a little bit early for him, and they're really physical, and he was just nervous, right? Like you played Division III, no one offered you a scholarship forever, and now here you are playing against Bradley like 5 minutes later, and he just kind of freaked out, and he wasn't very good. And then we played St. Norbert, and he could have done anything he wanted, but it was like, okay, well, that's Division III. That's the level you dominated previously. We go to Kansas, and one of the things that he struggled with, one was defense, but two, it was like every time he got the ball, he tried to score. It's like, hey, dude, this is not Carnegie Mellon. Like, that's not your role here. Now, it kind of is his role, but it's not the first time he gets the ball. Like, we're just not a team where first pass, go. We need to change sides of the court. We need to create space and movement. But also felt like he wasn't ready defensively. So I didn't love a couple of things defensively he did in small minutes at Kansas, and I didn't feel like he was moving the ball. And I was committed to moving the basketball and having a physical basketball team at the defensive end. So dummy me, I don't play him against Buffalo. Doesn't take off the sweats, and we lose. We go to St. Thomas, and he plays some, but the game was such a mess. We were all shook up by the injury that happened to Dontrell Hewlett. So we get ready for Minnesota, and we'd been working on a zone. And in my mind, it was kind of the Justin zone. Like, he's not great man-to-man yet. Can we hide him in a zone? Can we hide some of our defensive weaknesses within the zone that my staff has been developing for a month? We bring it out against Minnesota, and he didn't shoot it well, but you could tell he clearly belonged.
Mm-hmm.
They struggled to keep him in front. So he was good against Yale, but he was also really, really good defensively. And then once Marcus went down, we needed somebody to go create his own shot. And part of it was the way in which UMass defended us. But like, I'll give him credit. UMass is crazy, crazy physical. They play incredibly hard. And one, they couldn't guard him, and two, he wasn't soft. So yeah, he had 27 and 28 in our last two games. And I mean, he looks like now our kind of go-to guy, where Marcus Hall is a really good second weapon. Marcus is one of those, he does everything well, but he's not like a give me the ball, go get a bucket scorer. And we've kind of found our rotation, and he's found a toughness defensively, which previously didn't exist. He really had a nice tournament, and I think he's going to have a good year.
Doug, you talked a little bit about I know you've gone through some injuries with your teams. We've been focusing a lot on injuries with just our Wisconsin sports teams. Giannis is questionable to play against Miami. They thought he was going to be out more likely 2 weeks, and now he's questionable. He might come back early. We also talked about Jordan Love, who apparently, he had a shoulder injury, but it was on his non-throwing arm, and now but we found out he couldn't even hand the ball off, but he's going to play tomorrow and Thanksgiving. What is that for a coach, that process of when do you say, all right, if you want to play, you're playing, in comparison to going, nah, we're not rushing you back. Go take a seat.
Well, obviously it depends on the guy, but I'll just Marcus Hall as the example. So couple minutes to go in the Yale game, he rolls his ankle. And, in the process of the game, you're like, how bad is it? They're like, I think he's done for the night. Like, okay. So ankles, most things you got to wait, you got to wait till the next day. Now, what's unique about us is that schedule is more NBA like, where we're playing. Let's see here. We played back-to-back nights, and then we had a day off, and then we played the third one after the day off. So, you get back and you just, how bad is it? Like, I don't know. We'll know in the morning. You wake up in the morning. He goes and sees the trainer. We got to get in the pool. Doesn't look good. All you can do, is really hope that, it's not as bad as it looks, and that you wake up in the morning and the trainer gives you good news. You can't really put your hands on it as a coach, right? That's when you open yourself up to getting sued or doing something stupid. And you just want the kid to know, like, hey, man, obviously we want you to play, but if you can't go, you can't go. What's hard for us, and I think this is like a Jordan Love thing, is like when your whole team scouting report is built around a guy, and then it's not that the backup isn't good, it's that it's tailor made to having that. I mean, Jordan Love is the brains of the operation, right? And great, you got a really good backup, won a couple games last year. Okay, but he's a completely different. I
lose you, buddy?
struggle with.
There you go.
There you go.
You're
My
back.
new
You're
guys
back. You're good.
struggle. Sorry about that. My new guys struggle with remembering plays. So we make it a point to never have a possession without Marcus or Rudy on the court, right? So not only does it change how we are, how we think, what we can run, it also changes all of my rotations. And then I end up playing Preston Rudinger, who plays a completely different position longer, but just because he's like the only other one that knows every play and everywhere everybody's supposed to do. And yeah, it's really hard. But again, like, that's why for me, how we constructed this roster was I didn't overload on one or two guys. I didn't have a ton of money, but I spread it out, and we feel like we have a really good roster. I have two kids that didn't play a minute in the Virgin Islands, or one played a couple minutes. I think are really talented. I don't think they're playing as hard as they need to play, but God forbid guys go down. They're talented enough to be better players than the ones that are playing. So, for me, it was about roster construction. Just, I had so many injuries and so many things go wrong last year. But to answer your question, I don't know. You just kind of got to take the trainer's word for it. You get a feel real early in the day if it's going to be a go, not a go, and have an open conversation with the player and say, hey, what are we thinking here? What's the percentage possibility that you play?
Green Bay men's basketball head coach Doug Gottlieb, national radio host every afternoon on Fox Sports Radio, joining us on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. Inside Wisconsin Sports, Trevor, Josh, Doug Gottlieb back from the U.S. Virgin Islands, and a game on Saturday, but pause, big holiday in between. And I know you do a great job, DG, of making sure that your players are just as much family and the culture behind your program as anything else. So what are the plans for Thanksgiving dinner tomorrow?
Well, big news for me is my three children are all coming in today. They haven't all been here together, so that's gonna be cool.
Very cool.
But my college age daughter said, "Hey, Dad, the bar is stocked, correct?" That was literally a text I got.
It was It was a condition. It was a condition
I was like,
of her coming home.
I was like, "You guys sure you're not from Wisconsin? You just
it's in the blood."
So we got practice in the morning, practice 8 a.m. and then we're going to pass out meals at the Freedom House, which is a women's shelter here in GB. And then we're taking the whole crew. They can bring their girlfriends, only one girlfriend at a time. I think that would be smart. We don't need a Jerry Springer episode here. But they can bring their girlfriends.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Or their family. And the coaches can bring their families to Oneida Country Club, and I'll pick up the tab along with my guy Adam Henderson. We're gonna pick up the tab and just have a great meal. And then the ones that are local that want to shoot home, they can shoot home. And then we got a game Saturday night, so we got to get back to work on Friday.
Doug Gottlieb, UWGB men's basketball. All right, last one, DG. Would you rather Wednesday?
Okay.
Would you rather for date night with Candace, a comedy show, or dinner and a movie?
Ooh.
Would I rather, or would she?
This is okay. This is harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Well, I'm a big movie guy. I would probably go dinner and movie, but man, it does depend on the comedian. Like,
it's relative.
Again, there's a lot. It's a good would you rather.
Thanks.
I think she would say she'd want to go to the comedy show, but she'd really want to go to the movie. So I don't know.
Comedy show.
Sounds like you're going to get this wrong, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No. I don't think there's a wrong answer here. To be honest with you, I don't think that's a big either or. I mean, I think you're either are pretty good date nights. Like bad comedy. Like, is there really that bad a bad comedy show? Like, not really. It's a good night.
No, comedy show's the right answer.
Yeah.
And then with movies, like, is it really? If you have hot popcorn, and for her, you get her Swedish fish, M&M's, popcorn, pretty happy. So I don't think there's I would do movie though. I'm more of a movie guy.
It's relative. We just had Pete Lee on the show right before you jumped on in the last hour. Pete Lee is a Wisconsin comedian from Janesville. He's at the Milwaukee Improv.
Yep.
Milwaukee Improv in Brookfield this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
ooh.
I know you got things. You got stuff going on Saturday. Otherwise, I would have told you.
Well, I mean, Fridays maybe. My kids would be like, let's go do something. And,
there you go.
And they're going to get off. They're going to get off the plane today. It's going to be 55 mile an hour winds. They'll be like, when's the next plane home?
Listen, if you go there on Friday, just make sure to stock a cooler in the vehicle for your daughter. I think she'll be happy. But don't drink and drive, Wisconsin.
That's right. That's right.
Shower beer is much better than you don't need to drink and drive. Shower beer is
love a good shower beer.
In your future.
I'm on experience. I think shower beer is elite beer. Elite beer. Elite.
I agree.
That's
a good take.
Who we leaving behind? This week, shower beer is where it's at. I love it. Oh, you're the best.
I'll send you a list of who we left behind. They weren't bitter about it, but it was super weird. We were like, yeah, they're on the team too. Where are they? Like, yeah, they're coming.
To be honest, though, you're the one that put this on yourself because you're like, a lot of people would probably leave me behind. And then I saw you on the sideline at Yale. I'm like, well, he made the cut.
Yep, good. You weren't an iPad.
Yeah. I wish they left me behind at St. Thomas. I wish I was like,
oh,
hey,
yeah.
That would have been wonderful.
Glad to have you back. Doug Gottlieb, UWGB men's basketball. We'll chat with you next week, Wednesday. DG, happy Thanksgiving, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks,
Happy Wednesday. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
See you, brother. The Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. If you had shower beer at the end of that,
didn't have that.
Good on you. And what are the lottery ticket numbers, too? I want to know.
That's right. Hey, we need to talk some Packers. You know there's a game tomorrow. Well, let's talk Packers.
We've talked Packers, but we'll do it more. Andy Herman, the Pack a Day podcast, joins us next. Inside Wisconsin Sports, Trevor, Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Welcome back, Wisconsin Inside Wisconsin Sports with Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Usually Mondays and Fridays when the Packers play on Sundays, but when the Packers play on Thursdays, we get them on Monday and Wednesday before Thanksgiving and game day tomorrow in Detroit. Joining us now on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law, one call, that's all. Our guy, Andy Herman from the Pack a Day podcast. What's up, Andy? Good to see you again. Thanks for making a move and a shake on the day. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it. And nice to see no snow pants today.
Yeah,
they could have been used today, Andy.
Yeah, there's
a lot of snow
today. Snow in the forecast. Andy, somebody just said, as we're live on YouTube and Twitter, on the YouTube side on the chat, they said tomorrow will really show if we are a contender or a pretender. What say you, Andy Herman?
That's an interesting question. I would say a lot of it obviously depends on how it goes. There are certain things in this game. This might sound a little crazy, but there's certain things in this game, if it went really well and they somehow lost in a fluky way, that I could still feel really good about this team going into Detroit, playing well. If the offensive line played well, if the pressure was good, I think it's probably a thin line. But there are certain things, if it happened, I could still see maybe they get a bad call at the end or something, and it still feels like an okay loss. And I think there's ways where if they kind of still continue to play that they are, where the offensive line really, really struggles, and there's still some obvious errors. There's still a lot of self-inflicted wounds where maybe they still come away with a win. And I feel like, yeah, they won, but I still have the same kind of concerns that I did going into the game. So I don't think it's an absolute, but to the most extent, yes, I would feel like if they go into Detroit, win this game, it's going to feel like, all right, they've won 3 in a row. They're on the right track. They've got an opportunity to win the NFC North. And I think the bigger thing for me that maybe hasn't been talked about quite as much is I don't think any team, whether it's Chicago, Green Bay, or Detroit in the NFC North, or whether it's San Fran, the Rams, or the Seattle in the NFC West, whatever ones of those teams do not get the home game, the division, win the division and get a home game to begin with, I don't think any team is capable in this NFC of going 3 games on the road and still winning a Super Bowl after that. Like, that is a stretch where you're probably going to Philly, to Detroit, to the Rams, and then playing somebody like the Bills or the Ravens or whoever it ends up being in the Super Bowl. That is an insanely tough stretch. And if you add to that for Green Bay, 3 of their last 4 games are going to be on the road. It's going to be at Chicago, at Denver, Baltimore at home, at Minnesota, and then to have to go at playoff team, at playoff team, at playoff team, and then arguably Super Bowl on a neutral site, right? That's a unbelievable, brutal stretch of travel and road games. I think it's paramount for Green Bay or really any of these teams that if you want to make this run in the NFC, you better have at least 1 home game, and you better not have to go through that gauntlet of 3 consecutive road games. So I am going to find it extremely difficult for any team, if they are the road team on all 3 games, to go through this NFC. And for that reason, I would say non-contender for whoever doesn't win their division this year.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. I think it's going to be tough no matter what. Andy, I was talking with Trevor earlier kind of about my feelings. I asked Trevor right out the gate to start the show. I said, how are you feeling about this game? This game specifically. We've talked about it a little bit this week. It's here tomorrow. Your thoughts? Trevor wasn't ready. He was like, I still have a question mark on here. I said, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I feel like in comparison to week 1, the Packers have added more question marks and concerns, and the Lions have gotten rid of more. What are your thoughts overall on just these 2 teams from week 1 to now?
Yeah, I agree with your first part. I think the Packers have added more question marks. I certainly think the offensive line is a key piece of that. No Tucker Kraft is a key piece of that. But I would disagree probably a little bit more in that the Lions haven't. I think they're 3-2 in their last 5 games. They lost to Minnesota, almost lost to the Giants in overtime. They have no Sam Laporta. Their offensive line is also struggling in Detroit quite a bit. Their offense doesn't look quite the same, although it still certainly has a potency to it that you always have to be cognizant of. There's no Kirby Joseph at safety for their defense. Like I do think they have a decent amount of question marks, and I do think this team is vulnerable. I do agree in a way about the nervousness. I actually think Green Bay goes into this game, and I think they have a really good chance to win it. I'm actually, semi-confident in this one. But what I will say I'm nervous about is kind of what we just talked about. And also, You lose this game, you're probably on the outside looking in the playoffs going into, next week. And that there's not a ton of games left. And not to mention, you've got, 2 games against Chicago, a game against Baltimore and Denver. All 4 of those games are not going to be easy. And you're now in a, sort of perilous situation where you're very much in danger of maybe not making the playoffs, which would be a pretty catastrophic issue for Green Bay. And then again, going back to winning the NFC North, you lose this game to Detroit. Detroit's got some tough games, but it's going to really put you behind the 8 ball and trying to win the NFC North as well. So again, for long-term success for Green Bay, this feels like almost a must-win for Green Bay, even though we know there's a lot of time left and you can make it up. You get behind the 8 ball really quick if you lose this game, and again, are probably on the outside of the playoffs looking in.
If the Packers don't make the playoffs, it's going to be catastrophic for one person more than anything else, in my opinion.
And who would that be?
Matt LaFleur.
Yeah.
Andy Herman, the NFL amazingness at NFL, at Andy Herman NFL. What did I just say? At Andy Herman NFL on Twitter, Pack a Day Podcast, joining us now on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call. That's all. I'm flustered, Andy, because I can't believe what I heard from Matt LaFleur yesterday. We have a piece of audio that I want to play you. I know you heard it. I just can't believe what I'm hearing, and I'm hoping you hear something different to make me feel better about what I heard versus what I believe it is. Because if it is, just Josh, play it.
I'm sorry. What audio are you?
The LaFleur Jordan Love. What you didn't know he was going to hand it off with his right hand?
Got it.
No, it just kind of happened. But it's not the first time I've seen it. And I think he's seen other guys that were here before do the same thing. So,
okay, what? He just said he didn't know it was going to happen. Matt LaFleur did an entire game plan, had an entire idea of what was going to be happening on the field with his $55 million quarterback. And he didn't know he couldn't use his left arm. Andy?
Yeah. It's an interesting situation. What adds on top of that is there are certain things from a run solution standpoint that get very difficult, that, some of those stuff that are baked into the offense, if the run's not there and then you're going to throw the quick pass, that if you're not, sort of facing the right way and getting ready to throw, like you can't really do. So you have to be cognizant of that as well, where some of those plays just kind of don't work anymore, where he's almost just forced to hand off, even if the play is maybe better off being thrown to one of those quick run solutions on the outside. I'm very surprised, obviously, that he was not aware of it. You would think that at some point there's an onus on Jordan too, to tell his coach, like, hey, I can't hand off left-handed. I'm going to hand off right-handed in this game. Just want to let you know. At some point, that communication just needs to take place. So whether that's on Jordan or Matt or both or whatever, it seems very odd that conversation would not have taken place prior to the game.
It's odd. Hold on.
Yeah.
Odd.
Yeah.
Or holy party foul. What in the ever living F is going on over there?
Yeah. I don't know how that conversation wouldn't take place. It seems absurd, that it couldn't possibly happen. That like, you're in quarterback meetings. Matt is, during the week, you're certainly having conversations with your quarterback. There's never seemingly been any sign of really dysfunction between the two where they're not communicating in some way. So again, how that doesn't get brought up at some point in time, that's a new one for me.
Bonkers.
Andy, we talked a little bit. The last question I asked about just analyzing the Lions team as they are now. The running game is the biggest concern for me with Gibbs, stopping Gibbs. I love what Micah Parsons is doing, getting the quarterback. It seems like we're applying more pressure this year. That's been good. But the running game and Gibbs, what is the recipe here? And are you concerned at all about the ability for this Packers defense to stop Gibbs and the running game of the Lions?
Yeah, I think the last few weeks there's been some signs. I think Carolina was a little bit more rough in the run game for sure. This past game, early in the game, we saw an explosive from Jordan Mason. Aaron Jones had a couple nice runs. At the end of the day, it ended up being a pretty solid run defense effort all around. It wasn't brutal, but there've been a few more signs that run defense has been a little bit more leaky. I think Colby Wooden's just been a little bit more off than he was early in the season. Same thing with Devontae Wyatt and run defense. I don't think those two have been quite as stout against the run. So that's going to be something that I'm looking at early on. Now, the good news is Green Bay had a phenomenal game plan in week 1 and took Jahmyr Gibbs out of that game. I remember he barely had any rushing yards. Now, Detroit had to kind of throw their way back into the game because they had the lead, but they checked it down to Gibbs a ton. If you remember, like they set the record for a player with 10 or more receptions and the largest yards per catch in NFL history, or the least yards per catch in NFL history in that game with Jahmyr Gibbs. He had 10 catches for like 31 yards only. They did an unbelievable job of containing him. I think a big thing to keep an eye on this week is Quay Walker. I thought McDuffie was really, really good this past week, but Quay just gives you a little bit more speed, and you kind of want to match speed for speed with Jahmyr Gibbs because we know how explosive he is. The one thing I will say is this safety room for Green Bay, knock on wood, has been phenomenal at making sure that, hey, even if they do get a big run, more often than not, those things are limited to, 15 yards. We're not seeing the 40, 50, 60, 70 yard variety of runs. And I think Xavier McKinney, Javon Bullard, Evan Williams, I think those guys have all been fantastic at limiting those. And you can give up a 15-yard run and live to see another, 1st and 10. That's not the end of the world. You just can't make it so that he gets one of those explosive plays like we saw against the Giants on numerous occasions where he's going, 70 in the blink of an eye, and all of a sudden that's an easy 7 points for the opposing team. So I think that's what they really have to shut down. And the more that they can contain him, obviously the better chances the Packers have in this one.
Okay, it's prediction time.
Let's do it.
Last time we did this, there was a bit of an over-under and not a bet, but
sure was
a conversation that ended in some pretty amazing content. So I will give you. No, it's not. It's everybody else's. Look at this. You sent me a text yesterday, Josh, that when you posted that Burkhart's video.
Yeah, I said I'll kill you if you keep bringing this up.
Somebody commented and said, should have done it shirtless.
And Trevor's going to end up doing the show after the game dead if he keeps talking like this.
And Josh texted me, I mean this wholeheartedly. If this shirtless bit becomes a thing, I will end you.
And I mean that.
Okay. I pulled a homer and backed into the bushes and said, I don't know what you're talking about. Josh, as we go into predictions, I would like for you to set some sort of parameter.
No, that's okay. That's okay. We don't have to do this. I'd like to focus on what's going to happen in the game. I'm not going to bully any co-hosts.
Here we go.
Try to fat shame anyone. I'm not that type of person. I wouldn't put any of that out there. I wouldn't be one of those people.
Wow.
God, can you imagine being one of those people, Andy? That'd be awful. All right. So anyway, so let's just get down to it, Andy. What are you thinking is going to be the outcome of this game? Give us your score prediction.
Yeah, I think Packers win. I think it's a fun game. I'm going to go, we'll say 26-24 Green Bay.
Last minute field goal by Manis to win it on Thanksgiving.
Last minute missed field goal by Detroit, and the Packers win 26-24.
Wow. Wow.
26-24. That is a spread of 2, by the way.
Yep. And I think it's Lions 2.5 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
crazy.
All right, Josh, what about you?
I'm going to go 27-16, and I'm going to say that it's the Lions. 27-16 Lions.
Ooh.
I know. I don't like it.
Yeah. Dead air for a reason, but
it's not good for radio. I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I got a bad feeling about it. It really all comes down to Gibbs. It really does. But there are just a few of these other side pieces. I'm so confused at what's going on with Love and if this is really a factor. I think that him not being able to hand the ball off, if that happens again in this game, this isn't the Vikings. Like, you can't have those type of things happening against a team like Detroit. And so I just think that there's way too many things going on. We're not going into this game solid enough, solid as we need to. Hate that that's the case, but that's where I'm at.
So the last time the Packers showed us that they were something outside of this last Vikings game was the game against the Commanders. The Packers won 27-18, and then the very next week lost to the Cleveland Browns 13-10. That's what has us all nervous. It doesn't seem like we can maintain. Again, it happened with the Steelers game, 35-25 Packers. Next week, Panthers 16, Packers 13. This has got to be the game that the Packers either decide they are going to be a contender or they're going to show up like they have the last 2 times they showed up after a good win, like they did after the Steelers and after the Commanders and now after the Vikings. I heard a ton of chatter in the last 3 days on how bad the Vikings were. There's no way the Packers can beat the Lions and have any fan, right, come out and say, well, the Lions didn't play very well, or the Packers got lucky. They're going to play all their cards. This is a game where you get to see everything that the Packers have to offer, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if Jordan Love can't maintain who he is in the throwing game, we will lose. We cannot depend on the running game against the Lions defense the way we did against the Vikings. So I'm going to be cautiously optimistic and say that the Packers are going to win, and it's going to be an over 30-point score for the Packers, because in order for them to win, that's what has to happen. Jordan Love is going to have a touchdown or 2 himself. We're going to need a touchdown or 2 from rushing. We're going to need the takeaways to keep coming from the defense. So I'm going to choose 34-27. We're going to win, and the other team's going to score 27. 34-27, Packers over the Lions in what I believe is the game on their schedule. I didn't want it to be at this point in the schedule, but here we are, 7-3-1 against a team that if we lose to them, to everything that Andy said at the front of this interview, it is really dire if the Packers don't get out of this with a victory, and I really believe that we're going to see all of their cards. All right, last thing. Andy, turkey or no?
No turkey. Never. No, I'm not a Thanksgiving guy. Thanksgiving food guy, as most people know. But especially this year, because I'll be doing Packer stuff all day long. So no traditional Thanksgiving for me this year. But yeah, no, in general, no. It's always a pizza on Thanksgiving for me.
Pizza,
love it.
Thanksgiving pizza. That needs to be the tradition. You know, if Thanksgiving food were good, they would serve it at other points of the year, and they don't. There'd be fast food restaurants that have Thanksgiving food. Guess what? They don't. You know what they do have? A lot of pizza restaurants, because it's the better food, and that's what I'm going to have on Thanksgiving.
Ooh, mic drop. Nailed it.
Heck of an argument.
Andy Herman, the Pack a Day podcast. Andy, we'll chat with you again on Monday, my man. We'll review that game with you then. Go Pack, go, man. Good to see you.
Thanks Andy.
Guys.
Andy Herman, the Pack a Day podcast on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law. One call, that's all. What's up, Wisconsin? Chime in on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, 414-677-1250, as we end this Thanksgiving Eve show. Tell us what you are most thankful for in your life in regards to Wisconsin sports, or frankly anything else. Inside Wisconsin Sports, Trevor and Josh, live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. What's up, Wisconsin? What is going on today and the rest of your holiday week? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Inside Wisconsin Sports, Trevor and Josh.
Hi.
Josh, tell me what you're thankful for, man.
Man, I am thankful to be able to do this. Plain and simple. I was in and then I was out, and I'm so thankful to be back in and doing a show with you, bud, and being able to just wake up every day and talk sports and life with the state of Wisconsin. It's an amazing gift, and I'm very grateful for it.
Me too. That's exactly what mine was going to be. It blows my mind that we get to do this for a living, for work. Somebody reminded me the other day, if you got bit by the radio bug like Josh and I did, no matter how many times you try to pull those teeth out of your arm over the last 25 years of my career, when I started doing this when I was 16, the sucker never lets go. It is just what it is. My life goal is to help people smile, to bring people joy. Josh and I talk about this off the air all the time. The goal of this show is to make you laugh, to bring you
just
joy,
to entertain. Life can be tough. If there's 10 minutes throughout your day that you smiled, you laughed, you did something because of us, that I did my job. I feel like I did my job for the day.
And there was a couple of those text messages that came in this morning that were just grateful for this show or whatever it was that we said in that moment. And let's be real, we're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. It's never been that way. It's never meant to be that way. You have options for a reason. We just hope you choose us every once in a great while or every morning, your call. But the expectation isn't that you turn it on at 6 and you turn it off at 9. That's not how this world works. We just hope that when you tune in, whether it's for 20 minutes or 2 hours, we hope that you're entertained, and it is not lost on Josh and I that we are the ones that you trust to do so. So thank you, Wisconsin. Thank you, Green Bay and the Fox Valley, Milwaukee, Wausau, Duluth Superior. Jeez, hope you get your shovels ready up there.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Man.
And have a good Thanksgiving. And we'll be at the, like I said, my sister-in-laws, I'll have the whole family over. We'll watch the game, and then we'll stuff our faces. Hopefully get a nap in after.
Man. Is that dinner or supper?
Nope, that will be dinner. Like
at
actually dinner.
What time?
It's going to be at 4:35, maybe.
Dinner?
That's absolutely dinner. That's when dinner happens.
It's a farm thing, by the way.
Is
the
that
argument earlier of lunch is called dinner. That's how I grew up. Lunch was dinner and supper was supper. Apparently that's a farm life thing.
Wild.
Today days old, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I was stunned when you said that, and then even more stunned when the talk and text line agreed with you. And was like, oh yeah, we do that too.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking? What's wrong with you people?
And right on cue, one last one before we get to Thanksgiving. I'm thankful Trevor is allegedly no longer a Cubs fan.
Yeah.
That's your fault.
I mean, that's my fault.
You brought it up.
What do you mean?
Again, earlier. Oh, you look for an Andre Dawson jersey?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. All right, be safe, Wisconsin. Have a very safe Wednesday. And I mean that. Like, tonight's a big bar night in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And a lot of stupid decisions are made tonight. So let's just try to make as few of those stupid decisions as we can. Get home safe. Don't drink and drive. Like, literally, you have so many more options than I did when I was 21 to get home safe. There's no excuse anymore. Do not drink and drive tonight. Make your Thanksgiving one that you're grateful for, not one that you're completely embarrassed and ungrateful for because your whole life just changed. Be safe, damn it.
Well said.
Thank you. As you were, Wisconsin, we will chat with you on Friday from 9 to noon. That's Josh. I'll see you again on Monday. Let's go, Packers. Show us who you are, would you please? I'm Trevor. He's Josh. This is Inside Wisconsin Sports. We'll see you next time.
Because we're not done yet.